North Korea's state media continued to lash out against the United States and South Korea Tuesday, but kept quiet about the multiple missiles that were seen flying from the north toward the Yellow Sea a day earlier. We were told by South Korea's military that several ballistic missiles were launched by North Korea early Monday afternoon. They were thought to be of the close-range variety and coincided with the start of a large-scale 11-day joint military exercise involving South Korean and American forces. So it isn't hard to draw a link between the launches and the proximity of this Freedom Shield exercise taking place on the Korean peninsula. But this was also North Korea's first ballistic missile test since US President Donald Trump returned to the White House. It's conducted cruise missile launches since then, but the North is banned from ballistic missile testing and could be punished by the UN Security Council, even if that's unlikely given its likely support from Russia and China. Yet it remains a challenge to Trump, and according to local analysis, halting joint military drills with South Korea would be a necessary prerequisite if we're going to see the resumption of US dialogue with North Korea, not to mention halting the deployment of American strategic assets to the Korean peninsula. Pyongyang points to the US presence in Korea to justify strengthening its own nuclear forces. North Korean state media described Freedom Shield as a nuclear war exercise Tuesday, having earlier condemned it as a dangerous, provocative act and warned Seoul and Washington will pay a horrible price for it. South Korea and the US insist their joint drills are defensive in nature. Freedom Shield involves computer-simulated drills and on-field training. This year, the two sides plan to stage 16 large-scale on-field drills, up from 10 last year, to strengthen their combined defense posture against North Korean threats and other challenges, including the North's growing military cooperation with Russia.